Hey guys, I'm going to suggest that you try this concept check on your own first and see how it goes. But if you need to listen to this, that's totally fine. So our goal is to find y prime in terms of x and y. Here's what we have. So we have a little chain rule situation going on. Okay, so clearly the outside function here would be something squared. The inside function x minus 1. So the derivative of the outside would be 2 times the something. And then the derivative of the inside would just be 1, so I'm not even going to write anything. Then same idea over here, 2 times the something, but now the inside derivative is y prime, and the derivative of 13 is 0. Okay, now my goal is to get y prime by itself. So I'm going to move the x stuff over to the other side, which makes that a negative 2 times the quantity x minus 1. And I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides to get y prime alone. Okay. And I know sometimes I tell you not to worry about simplifying, but because we are going to go ahead and do a second derivative, I think it is worth our time to go ahead and cancel these 2's. Don't forget about the fact that you do have that negative 1 there. I think that it might be better just to go ahead and distribute it in so that you don't lose it, which would make a positive 1 minus x on the top, and it would keep a y minus 1 on the bottom. Okay, so if we're going to do the second derivative, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to have to use quotient rule. So I'm going to have the bottom times the derivative of the top, which would be negative 1, so I'm just going to put that in the middle, or the front, minus low-d high less high-d low, so 1 minus x over, and then the derivative of the bottom is going to be y prime all over y minus 1 quantity squared. And this would be fine except for the directions that it needs to be in terms of x or y. So what I need to remember is this y prime, I actually have a formula for that, right? And it's this. So I'm going to make that substitution down here. The opposite of y minus 1 minus 1 minus x times 1 minus x over y minus 1 all over y minus 1 squared. Okay, and that technically would work. A lot of times if you're going to have a multiple choice, this is icky, fractions and fractions. And so I'm going to multiply to get rid of this denominator right here. I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by y minus 1. Okay, and then that's going to get distributed all the way over here, and it's also going to cancel with that right there. And so my very final answer, y double prime, would be the opposite of y minus 1 squared minus 1 minus x squared all over y minus 1 cubed. And I would call that my very final answer.